morning, good afternoon, and evening, WeGo members and partners, honorable speakers, and distinguished participants. Welcome to the Africa Smart Cities Network workshop on urban resilience organized by WeGo. And thank you to all of you who have joined us here today. Just to briefly guide you through the program for the day, we'll be having an opening remarks and overview of the AFSCN network, followed by 2 sessions on urban resilience for local governments and smart technologies in the context of disaster risk reduction. Afterwards, we will have an interactive group activity in breakout rooms for all the participants to share their remarks. So I hope you enjoy this workshop, and without further ado, I would like to introduce the Honorable Secretary General of WeGo, Ms. Jung-Soo Park, to deliver the opening remarks. Secretary General Park, you have the floor.
Distinguished WeGo members and partners, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from Seoul in South Korea. I am delighted to welcome you all to the Africa Smart City Network workshop. I would like to especially thank today's speakers from UN Habitat, ICLEI, and UNDRR Nairobi for your presence and for sharing your expertise during this workshop. Rapid urbanization, coupled with the recent increase in the occurrence of extreme weather and natural hazards, and the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic can pose serious challenges to communities. Urban poverty and higher unemployment rates, weak urban financial and governance capacities, and environmental degradation are detrimental consequences that need to be addressed to ensure sustainable livelihood. WeGo is committed to ensuring that communities in Africa are preparing to tackle such challenges.
So we will now proceed with the first session on building urban resilience for local governments. I have the pleasure of introducing Lindri, an urban planner from the Legislation and Governance section of UN Habitat, to present on the aforementioned theme. So Lindri, you have the floor.
So UN Habitat define urban resilience as a ability of cities and other urban settlements, any size of urban settlements, to resist, recover from shock and stresses while undergoing transformative into more sustainable systems. So it's basically to see, a city and other urban settlements as a system. So raising at the city level, we recognize that an urban area is a dynamic and complex system that must comprehensively adapt to various challenges in an integrated and holistic manner. So the characteristics of resilience defined by UN Habitat, the urban resilience are basically a system should be persistent. So a persistent city is basically a city that anticipates impact. It should be adaptable that consider not only foreseeable risks, but also accept current and future uncertainty. So we have also the aspect of inclusivity that is very important as in a city as a system. We have also integration, reflexivity, and transformative. So city should be adopt a proactive approach to building resilience in order to generate positive change.
Today, our cities and their inhabitants are facing new and amplified challenges as a result of rapid urbanization, a change in climate, and social instability. From earthquakes to flooding, rapid immigration to cyber attacks, all cities face a range of shocks and stresses, natural and human-made. Unplanned cities are, however, more vulnerable as they often suffer from pre-existing stresses or fall victim to cascading shock. A resilient city assesses plans and acts to prepare for and respond to hazards, natural and human-made, sudden and slow onset, expected and unexpected. What What's more, resilient cities are better able to protect and enhance people's lives, secure development gains, foster an investable environment, and drive positive change. Resilience concentrates on how individuals, communities, and business not only cope in the face of multiple shocks and stresses, but also find opportunities for transformational development. Raising awareness is the first step to increasing engagement in resilience actions. By telling stories of real cities, taking real actions to protect infrastructure, functionality, and inhabitants, we can all promote capacity building and partnerships for more resilient cities. We want to play our part. So UN Habitat is presenting the Urban Resilience Hub. The Hub is the new platform for knowledge, best practice, and innovation in urban resilience and will help make our cities flourish. So what can you expect? The latest news and thinking on urban resilience. Showcased work and results from cities across the globe. A space for communities of practice to grow and collaborate. A tool to raise awareness of the importance of resilience action. You too can also be part of the Hub by contributing your reflection pieces and articles to the Food for Thought, or share your video stories on the Resilience Pill section. Contact us for more information. Join the Hub today and keep feeding the discussion on social media. Let's make our cities resilient.
Moving forward to the second session on building smart, resilient cities in the context of disaster risk reduction, we have two distinguished speakers with us today. First, we have Dr. Megan Spear. She is the Director of Climate, Energy and Resilience at ICLEI Africa, and she will share her expertise through the following video.
My name is Dr. Megan Spires. I'm the Director for Climate Change and Energy at ICLEI Africa. ICLEI Africa is a network of cities and local governments across the continent and ICLEI across the world that are working on sustainability. And we walk the road with our cities and have been doing so for the past 30 years in assisting them in building their resilience and on their sustainability journeys. The first example I would like to highlight relates to a project we are implementing with UK government funding called Enabling African Cities for Transformative Energy Access, or ENACT for short. And the focus of this project being implemented in two African cities, Kampala in Uganda and Freetown in Sierra Leone, is trying to improve the collaboration and engagement between the private sector, in particular small-scale entrepreneurs and small businesses, with government, and in particular local government or city-led government. Because we realize that it is at this nexus of engagement that we are really going to find those innovative, smart technology solutions to solve the massive crisis on the continent in terms of lack of access to energy, and that overlaid by the additional challenge or complementary challenge related to clean cooking and the need for better access to clean cooking solutions on the continent. And so we're very proud of these three examples that we could highlight with you today as part of this workshop, really each bringing out a key point. The first, in relation to the ENACT project, is highlighting the importance of local entrepreneurs who are developing African-based solutions for the African context and trying to create a more enabling environment working with governments for these entrepreneurs to take their ideas to scale. The second example highlights the importance of disaster risk preparedness and the important work that UNDRR is doing on this particular topic, and of vital importance in relation to smart technology is working to try and ensure that African cities have access to good data, good evidence to be able to plan upon. And then lastly, we, in the example from the Lilongwe River under the Urban Natural Assets for Africa project, is to highlight the importance of community members working very closely with their local governments to find innovative solutions to improve a natural asset like a river and also generate socio-economic benefits for community members. And with this, I would like to thank you for your attention and wish you a good workshop ahead. Thank you.
And next, may I introduce you to Ms. Isabel. She's the Associate Program Management Officer at UNDRR Nairobi to present on MCR 2030 initiative.
And let me just highlight the great opportunity that lies in our region right now, because about 60 to 70% of the urban areas that will exist in Africa by 2050 are yet to be built. So therein, we already see a great opportunity in getting things right from the very beginning. So just a few of the lessons that we've learned in the past is that cities are like fingerprints. This I am stealing from a speaker that I had yesterday, who was saying that cities are as unique as our fingerprints are. And each city, even though they are doing the same program, and I'm sure Leandri can resonate with this, even though you have cities in the same program, they will always be at different stages in the journey. And then we have also seen situations where, I mean, we have seen so far, so many tools and methodologies have been mentioned, each of them good and each of them strong in one area or another, each of them with different requirements in terms of implementing them in the city. And so what we have seen in our journey is that cities need access to the different tools. All those tools are important. However, can we have a way of mapping the right city to the right tool and making this tool accessible? We have partners that are doing excellent work, but it's very hard to replicate these good practices because we don't know about them. For instance, our partners are not aware of what we're doing. And the cities themselves are not able to carry the message to other cities, either because they're not able to communicate the same or they don't have access to this. And then we have another issue of having multiple partners working in the same region, doing almost the same thing, but in different ways, where we are seeing a lot of replication of efforts. We're seeing a lot of wastage in terms of resources. We're seeing an overburdening of the local government representatives, because then they have to come to my workshop as UNDRR, they have to go to ICLE's workshop, they have to go to UN Habitat's workshop, and you get what I'm saying, right? And so we have seen the need to actually build synergies among partners. But basically, in a nutshell, what the Making Cities Resilient 2030 is trying to do is build a platform that brings together the partners and the cities together with the national governments and national agencies and the authorities, associations together on the same platform to discuss and to have access to each other, so that together we are able to help local governments transition from their current state of resilience to the next, okay? And on top of that, we have developed together with partners, we are actually 11 co-partners, including ICLE and UN Habitat are part of the co-partners, and UNDRI is the secretariat. And we have together developed a resilience roadmap, which basically appreciating that resilience is a journey. First, let's appreciate that resilience is a journey. And we need to mark and set milestones for cities so that one, they're able to appreciate that they have made progress, and they're able to know what to do in the next step. So for instance, when we're talking about awareness raising, yes, I've raised awareness, my staff are aware, they know about disaster risk reduction and resilience and so on. What's the next step? The next step is to develop a strategy. Who do I need to contact, for instance? Who else has developed a strategy who is in the same context as me, for instance? And so for the whole journey that is divided into stage A, B, and C, the cities within the same stage are able to actually get in touch with each other and share, the lessons learned in there.
I'm Razak, student at KDI, master student at KDI, School of Public Policy and Management. I specialize in finance and macroeconomic policy as well as sustainable development. Yeah, from Ghana. Yeah, so
awesome.
Yeah, so the city of Accra, which is the capital city of Ghana, has experienced rapid pace of urbanization, and it has really come with a lot of challenges. Today, you go to Ghana and you look at the district league table. You expect that the capital city will be leading in terms of sanitation, but it's sad that you see it to be lying somewhere towards at the bottom when it comes to sanitation. Issues of security, it has become a concern. Issues of unemployment. I mean, sadly, the capital city happens to be the place where all the jobs are, and so mostly people from all walks of life from the country would want to get to the capital city to get the cake, the share of the national cake. And by doing so, there's this urbanization that creates all these challenges. So critically, the one that is of concern so far is the sanitation issues, and then the security, which has become concern.
Thank you. The issue shared by Abdul is actually not unique in our region, because it's basically a manifestation of the inequalities that exist. So people will always move to where life is more affordable, they have better quality of life. And so for as long as we have that inequality in terms of access to schools, to hospitals, to jobs, we'll always end up attracting people to the urban areas, which now in turn creates this concentration of risk, creating more problems to the already vulnerable populations. So I'm actually having conversation with NADMO in Ghana on how we are to support the local governments there. But it's actually a conversation you may want to have with the leadership even before you get to the communities that in the area that is affected.
We believe that any city that would address some of the future challenges needs a database to be able to change policies that could bring about change in the lives of the people they are supposed to serve. We believe the local governments are supposed to bridge the gap in developmental issues between the members of the cities and also other grassroots citizens within their vicinity, since they are the local or the closest form of government to the people. So we're happy to partner with this whole initiative and learning more about the urban resilience and seeing how we can play our key role in bringing about development.
I really hope that this workshop helped all participants to have a clearer view of what the AFSCN initiative is and strives to do for its members and partners. And in the case that your city is interested in joining the initiative, you can contact us for further information. And we sincerely look forward to seeing you at our future AFSCN events as well as WeGo events.